today we're going to be talking about how to utilize Navy Federal's products in order to build higher credit limits. And I'll also talk about other tips that you can use in order to build credit even if you aren't a member with Navy Federal Credit Union. So make sure to watch this video to the end because there's going to be some gems in this video. Hey, what's up everybody? It's me, Ish. Welcome back to another video on my channel, Just Money. For those of you that are new to my channel, Just Money, I pretty much go over financial related topics such as personal and business credit, real estate, and other financial related topics. So if that's something you're interested in, then you're probably going to want to consider subscribing. But without further ado, let's get into today's video. So in order to build a high internal score with Navy Federal or a higher FICO score with 3 major credit bureaus, so that way you're eligible to get loans, credit cards, and stuff of that nature, you need to build something called credit history. So today I'm going to show you how to rebuild new credit and how to rebuild credit if you have bad credit. A good way to start is by opening up a checking and savings account with Navy Federal if you don't already have one. And Navy Federal does have free checking and savings accounts with no monthly fees. Okay, now let's assume that you open your checking and savings account with Navy Federal. By doing so, you will start to build a relationship with the bank, and by relationship I mean credit history with the bank. Navy Federal has their own internal score that ranges anywhere from 100 to 450 points, and this is different from your FICO score. Navy Federal mails you your score when you apply for credit. That is the only way you can see your score, unless you send an internal message asking for your internal score. Now this scoring system does not build credit with the credit bureaus, but it does build a bigger relationship with the bank. And this relationship / scoring system will help your odds for approval whenever you're trying to obtain a credit card or some kind of loan with this bank in the future. Okay, so depending on your credit history at the time you're opening up your bank account, then the bank might ask you if you want to apply for a credit card if they think you might qualify for one. Now, if you qualify for one, then you won't need to get a secured credit card. If you don't qualify for a traditional unsecured credit card in the beginning, then you can apply for something called a secured credit card. Or you can also get a pledge loan, but we'll talk about that in a separate video. Navy Federal does offer a secured credit card, and that secured credit card is known as the nRewards secured credit card. Now this credit card is recommended for people with new credit and as well as with people with bad credit. This credit card is best for those that are trying to build their credit or rebuild their credit. And there's plenty of good things about this credit card, such as for one, this credit card reports to the 3 major credit bureaus, which helps you build your credit up. And second, it'll also help you build an internal score with Navy Federal. Now, the initial credit starts anywhere from 200 all the way up to 5,000. So the way this credit card works is like this. Your initial credit limit will be based on your initial security deposit, meaning you deposit an amount anywhere from 200 all the way up to 5,000. Then that deposit becomes on hold to back the credit limit that they gave you. So let's say, for example, you deposit $600, then that $600, your $600, then becomes your initial credit limit. And then you will have to deposit that money into your Navy Federal savings account. The good thing is that while that money is in your savings account, it'll still collect interest just like any other savings account. Plus, you would earn reward points while using the card. I would personally recommend that you start with a low deposit, such as $250. And I say that because plenty of other people that I've seen that got started from that $200 to $250 range will usually then get a credit limit increase to $2,000 credit limit in as little as 3 months. If you already have a secured credit card and you still haven't got a credit limit increase, then keep watching because I'll give you guys some tips on how to get that increase. With the nRewards card, in about 6 to 7 months, you may qualify to upgrade to an unsecured credit card, and your deposit gets released 2 to 3 business days. And by the way, if you guys are finding this information helpful, if you guys could do me a favor and hit the like button, then I would truly appreciate that. And also up next, I'll give you guys some tips on what you can do to make sure that your card graduates from secured to unsecured status. But anyways, make sure that you deposit your initial deposit in your savings account of what you want your credit limit to be. And that's going to be before submitting the application. Trust me, it'll save you so much time. After you apply and you get approved, then you will receive your credit card in the mail, usually from 7 all the way up to 15 business days. But another good thing about the secured credit card is that on that credit card, it does not say anywhere on that card that it is a secured credit card. And it also has a chip, and it also has a tap to pay, so you don't have to always swipe all the time. This card pretty much functions like any other card. You can also use this card anywhere Visa or MasterCard is accepted, such as stores or even online shopping. And they do offer a free online access to your account 24/7. And another good thing is they offer to increase your credit limit in as little as 3 months, as I mentioned before. After those 3 months, you may be eligible for an upgrade. And if you qualify, you'll receive an additional credit limit at that time. Then after 6 months, your account gets reviewed monthly to see if you're eligible to have your deposit holds removed, and then be upgraded to a cash Rewards unsecured credit card. More good stuff is you'll have access to your FICO score online. But here's another benefit from this credit card. You earn 1 reward point for every dollar spent with no monthly or annual limit cap on how many points you can earn. That's pretty good for a secured credit card. Now, points can be redeemed for merchandise, gift cards, or even cash back. You can also get 2 different secured credit cards if you like. That's right, you can apply for 2 different secured credit cards. Just note that it is a hard pull on your credit every time that you apply. And here are some other benefits as well. You have the ability to freeze or unfreeze your card in the event that you might have lost or forgot your card somewhere. You also have 24 access to a live representative, and there are no foreign transaction nor balance transfer fees. You also get fraud notifications and 0 liability for unauthorized transactions. And if you rent a car, you get collision damage with your Navy Federal Visa or MasterCard. You automatically have collision damage waiver coverage, and that's when you rent a car for 15 days or less and pay for the rental with your rewards card. Certain terms, restrictions, and exclusions may apply. But another good feature is cell phone protection. Your Navy Federal credit card can provide protection for your cell phone. Simply pay your monthly cell phone bill with your Navy Federal Visa or MasterCard. But best of all this is that there are no annual fees. Now the APR is 18%, but that's actually not that bad compared to other secured credit cards. And most other secured credit cards don't even offer reward points. So overall, this is a great credit card if you're looking to build or rebuild your credit. Okay, now here are some tips for you guys to ensure that you guys graduate from secured to unsecured status. What you want to do is keep your utilization low every month. Meaning if your limit is, let's say, $1,000, only use $100 all the way up to $300 max. So that right there is going to keep your credit utilization ratio from 10 all the way up to 30%, which is what the credit bureaus consider a good standing. Also, you're going to want to make multiple payments monthly or just pay it off monthly if you can. Don't pay just the minimum, pay more if you can. Get your utilization ratio down to 10% by the due date, and then let that report on your statement date. Then pay that off in full 2 to 3 days later, and then just do that every month. This way it will have activity to show or report on your credit report, which will then increase your credit FICO score. When you get this card, also get another secured credit card or also even a pledge loan. And make sure that's with a higher deposit, such as $500. That way you'll have 2 cards or 1 card and 1 installment loan reporting on your credit report. And this will increase not only your credit score, but your chances of graduating to an unsecured credit card. Just remember, the point of all of this is to help you increase your credit score in these next 3 months. So that way when you get to that 3-month review period, Navy Federal will see that your credit score has improved, thus triggering a credit limit increase. Now, just waiting for 3 months to go by won't just do the trick. You also have to improve your score even more during that time. Then continue to do the same for the next 3 to 4 months until you reach the next milestone, the mark of the 6-month review period. And that's where they decide if you graduate to unsecured status. Now, if you keep increasing your score, then you'll finally graduate to that unsecured status. Then you'll be on your way to the big limits that Navy Federal Credit Union is known to give. Now, if you want to get a high limit credit card, then I would recommend that you use more Navy Federal products that they offer. You need a mix of credit in order to get a high internal score. And you can achieve that by using products that they offer, such as direct deposits from your job to your checking account. You can also get like a car loan or refinance a car loan with them. If you already have a credit card, then you can do something like a balance transfer even. But once you start building some credit with them, then you can apply for credit cards and you will receive high limits on them, just like I have. I recently made a video on how I got 2 credit cards with Navy Federal, one with a $10,000 limit and one with a $23,700 limit. I'll leave a link in the description below if you guys are interested in learning on how I did that. But I really hope that you guys are finding this information useful, and I really hope that you guys get those high credit limits one day. If you follow these tips, then it will definitely help you build your credit faster, for sure. For those that made it this far in the video, I have some bonus tips for you on how to build credit. So here are some more ways to build your credit. Get pre-approval offers in the mail by getting opt-in offers. The way you do that is by registering to get pre-screen offers from credit cards by registering at factortrust.com, a TransUnion company. I'll leave the link in the description, and no, this is not an affiliated link. Click on opt-in and fill out the form. They don't do a hard pull, only a soft pull, which does not hurt your credit score. After a few days, you will receive pre-approved credit card offers in the mail with high chances of approval. Now, another way is to get a student credit card. If you're a college student and you can prove it, then you may qualify for a student credit card. You might need to prove that you are enrolled in a qualified college or university though. Now, if you're not a student and you don't want to opt in, then you can can ask somebody close to you that has good credit if you can be added as an authorized user on their credit card. But keep note, make sure to check in with the credit card company because not all credit card companies offer to report authorized user credit to the credit bureaus. Now, anybody can add you to their credit report. And what this does is report their credit history on that credit card to your credit report, and it'll typically be on there within a month or so. If the person has a long credit history, then it will get added to your credit report. Just make sure that the credit card doesn't have a high debt and make sure that it's a decent credit limit amount. If the person maxes out their card or it's already maxed out, then this won't help you. Preferably use somebody that's a family member or just a good friend. Just remember that that person is liable for the debt on your credit card, so don't use it irresponsibly. If the person wants, they can add you to the card, but they can also lock the credit card. That way you can still build credit, but you cannot use the card. But either way, it's going to help you build your credit score either way. You don't need the person's card in order to build the credit. They only need to add you as an authorized user, and you get their credit history reported to your credit report. Once the credit is reported on your credit history, usually within 6 months, you will then generate a credit score. And also you will start receiving credit card offers in the mail, and then you can apply for your own credit cards at that point. If possible, ask the person to keep you on their credit card for as long as possible, but a minimum of 6 to 7 months though, typically. But that's pretty much it for today's video, guys. I really hope that you guys found value in any of this information. If you guys did, if you guys hit the like button for me, I would truly appreciate that. But if you guys made it to the end of the video, then I truly do appreciate you guys. We're about to hit 9,000 subscribers in a few days, so if you guys could help me out and hit the subscribe button so that way we could reach that number, I would truly appreciate it. I do post every Sunday and Wednesday, 7 a.m. Pacific time. If it's not 7 a.m., then it's most likely 7 p.m. So I will see you guys then. Also, if you guys are interested in learning how to get high limits on credit cards, or if you guys want to learn more about business credit, then I would definitely consider subscribing because that's what we talk about. We talk about credit cards such as Navy Federal, Chase, American Express, etc. So if that's something you guys are into, then I would consider subscribing. We also talk about real estate, loans, and other financial related topics, so consider subscribing. And also, for those that don't know, I am also a licensed real estate agent here in Southern California, so if you're looking to buy or sell or have any questions in regards to real estate, then I would be happy to help you out. All my information will be in the description below. Also, I am also a licensed mortgage loan originator nowadays, so if you guys are looking to obtain a mortgage loan, then I can help you out with that as well. All my information will be in the description below. I go by the name of Ismael Sandiford, and I will see you guys next video. Thanks for watching.